Hi guys, welcome back to Hitpointed. Name's Revol. Today we're going to be continuing with Revol the Mad on day 762. It is currently 12 p.m. Well, 12 past 12. Yeah, 12 past 12. And we are looking to, by the looks of my path, we're looking to harass the Ravenstern lords and try to capture as many of them as we can. I think that's what we're trying to do. They currently have a garrison of 925, so they did grow a bit. And the rest of the parties, there are a few that have a few troops. 63, 64 I'm seeing in there. We just gotta wait for them to get out so I can eliminate them. I think if I go to the southwest of Ravenstern, somebody's gonna come out. Yep, and play. So, Lord Adavakar, let's take him out. Oh, hello. Even better, King Gregory. There. Good. Surrender or die, King Gregory, my boy. I mean, why the hell should we go and engage when they will come to us? Especially since we have such a beautiful position over here. Holy crap. The gods of war have given me this path, brothers. Why should I forsake it and not use it to the greatest of its intent? Yeah, the enemy's going to be coming in. I'm just going to be positioning the cavalry on the flank in case they want to come towards that direction. But how I'm imagining this is going to go, they're going to go into the water and they're going to get shot down to bits. I think that's going to be the gist of this one. I'll tell the infantry to advance a bit. A bit. I'd like them to be in that water, stopping them in their tracks if they need to. I'm seeing some mounted archers trying to go around, but I'm not really too worried about that. They'll be fine. We're just gonna pull these cavalrymen back here a bit to completely cover this flank. That should do it. No need, no reason. That would be an idea. I was just thinking of maybe dividing my infantry into multiple units and just have two flanking forces and one central force, while the archers are going to be sitting in the middle defending. That would have quite an interesting shield coverage, but the way the AI sometimes turns in a stupid manner towards other enemies rather than the highest priority really hurts. But for right now, things are looking fine. Things are looking deadly. Things are being shot at. I should be careful not to get in my own trap. I should not go into the water. That will really slow me down, and we don't want that right now. An Empire soldier. It seems one of the Empire lords has joined the Ravenstern side. I think we already met him a while ago. I seem to remember that him being a dickbag. Maybe. It seems their next reinforcement wave is coming in. That's fine by us. We still have arrows to shoot. Moments like these, I wish I had more crossbowmen. I'm gonna start sending in my cavalry. They're not really gonna be super effective about it, but hopefully they'll provide. Hopefully they're gonna clean up the river a bit, or at least clean up some of these mounted archers. Ah, man. Okay. I understand. I'm going back up. He showed me where my place is. Gonna be recalling the calves. It seems they were successful in their endeavor. I'm just gonna call them back. Let the boys keep on shooting. I'm gonna move the archers a little bit towards this side to help out. Can I have some time to watch? Having a 3-week holiday helps. Ah, that's cool, man. That's cool. Yeah. I could really use a holiday as well. I think I'm gonna be going for a holiday soon. I'm currently in negotiate. Well, not really in negotiation. I'm currently talking with my wife about going to some spas. Well, not really spas. They're naturally hot, mineralized waters. I for the life of me cannot remember what they're called. Hello, Buttplot. Welcome to the inn. I mean, the ranks are kind of broken. They're not really an organized force right now. They're in a full charge, but we will retreat and re-engage. What do we lose? Heron Adventurer, a Pendor Bladesman, a Kierguard, and a Sergeant. Okay, that's fine. Beautiful position. Clear sight. Cavalry on the side, that's amazing. Thermal waters? Thermal springs? I think that's the word I'm looking for. Balnearian? Nah, that's not a thing in English. Just... resort for old people. Yeah, mineral springs. Resort for old people where they go and put their butts in hot water until all of their pain goes away. I guess that would be the best way to describe it. And I don't care. I don't care. I haven't visited a location where I could go swimming in such a long time. I need to swim. My wife's not really a big fan of water in general. She finds it boring, and she also doesn't know how to swim, so she is a little bit scared of the water itself. But I want to. Since we've been together, and that's for about 8 years, we haven't really went to any location with water. So it's time I have it my way, and we're gonna be going this time. So that's gonna be cool. Hey Smoothie, welcome back to the inn, dude. I hope you don't classify yourself as an old person. Nope, I do not classify myself as an old person. But I am a chill dude. I am a chill dude, and I like to do things that to other people might seem boring, but that's just me. You miss swimming? How have you been, Rev? I've been doing fine. A little bit stressed. Just stressed in general because of a lack of time. And, yeah, a lack of time. I'm feeling a lot of pressure from work right now. And, also, plus the stream, it doesn't really allow me to have a little bit of time for myself. Besides that, each time I have some time for myself, I have to do errands. I either have to do errands, or have to take somebody somewhere, or have to do something, or I have extra work, so feeling a little bit, you know, overburdened, exhausted, stuff like that. It does feel like it's time for me to take a vacation, you know, some R&R. But that's probably going to be next month, towards the half of the next month. That would be my idea. Besides that, I have quite a few weddings that I need to attend to. So, and I need to go to Bucharest for one, which is on the other side of the country. I need to go to Oradea, which is not really that far, but it's still a 2 to 3 hour drive. And so on and so forth. I have around 5 weddings this year, so that's also going to be, I know, occupying a lot of my time. You're free to go. Count Livius, you're bad-tempered, you're my prisoner. King Gregory, you're clearly my prisoner. Yeah. Hey, Federal. Thank you, my man. Summers are like that? Yeah, they are. Hopefully things get better. They will. They will definitely get better. Like to swim, you have the hotel by you with private pools. Last month you were going with your girlfriend every Sunday. You're kind of lucky because you love to swim. That's awesome, dude. That's awesome, and I'm happy for you. People marry, are expected. True. They've been to... So the way it works here is, if people came to your wedding, you're obligated to go to theirs, or their kids' wedding. And that's what's happening. But yeah, some chillax would be amazing. And if you're not attending the wedding, you're expected to send a bit of cash. A bit of money. Okay, gotta run to the northeast. We don't want Wolf Bodhi, the Wolf Dode, to attack us. Although I do love those prisoners he's currently rocking. That might be worth going for. I'll think about it. And what's our current force looking like? I'm just going to do a head count. Very few Rangers, although we are doing good in Bladesman territory. Holy shit, we got 57 Bladesmen. I don't think I've ever had this many infantry in an army. Holy crap, 57, 26. Oh yeah, we are doing good in terms of... and we have another 20 men-at-arms on their way. Yeah, we're not going to be getting any more infantrymen, that's for sure. I need to direct towards getting more archers. I think things went wrong in the planning of this army a bit. Yeah, it's kind of a loop over here. A loop over and over. That's true, but it's tradition. It's been like that for a long time. There's this new tradition, though, that has been occurring in our country. I'm not exactly sure if it's occurring in others, where they're throwing a wedding-like party at a name-giving day for a newborn. What's it called? I don't know the term in English. In Romanian, it's botez. In English, it would be just the day the priest comes over and blesses the child and dips him in water and gives him his name officially. And purges him of the ancient sin, or whatever it's called. So, that's cool and all, but people have been turning it into a spectacle, into a wedding, into baptism. Yes, baptizing the child. Yes, that's correct. Yes, thank you. That's the word I was looking for. It's not really a term in English that I use often. Thank you. Now they've been kind of doing it like a wedding, and I'm not okay with that. And if we're going to be having kids and we're going to baptize him, which we will not do a show. We will not do a wedding. We're just going to invite close family and relatives, the priest, and call it a day. You know, no other shits or giggles. Fuck that. Some dad jokes might help the mood. Hey, if you're in the mood of saying some dad jokes, go for it. I'm good. I'm fine right now. I just have a lot on my mind, that's all. But luckily I can compartmentalize, is that the word? I can set aside my worries in my brain and do other stuff in the meantime. Which is understandable. Why make it harder on yourself? It's not really harder on myself. It's just a hassle. It's in my opinion, it's in poor taste. And, I don't know, call me old-fashioned, but I'm not going to be doing it. Oh my god, are they going for Ravenstern? Oh, that'd be amazing. Tell me you're attacking Ravenstern. Tell me you're not attacking Ravenstern. Also, didn't you have 500 prisoners, not 300? Okay. Oh dear, he has Silver Mist Rangers, and sadly I can't really take the Silver Mist Rangers. Hey Nick, partially. Welcome back to the inn. Yeah, either archers or a lot of cavalry. Usually change between those two. Make pincushions out of them or ride them down. In some countries in the Mid-East, they would keep a book of records of how much people paid. Then the similar amount must be returned in their wedding of their children. That's to be expected here, Federal. It's not written down. But it's an unspoken rule. Is if you've received, I'm gonna go with it. If you received $2 at your wedding, you're expected to pay $2 back. That'd be the idea. Think of it as a very weird money loaning system. Or, yeah, I guess that would be weird. Yeah, I guess that would be the best way to explain. And you give it back in fixed installments, as in you give it back to each wedding that you're attending. So yeah, it's something. I'm okay with it. But I'm not gonna be going with a baptism wedding. No. Forgot the punchline for the first joke. That's fine, dude. It's fine. It's okay. It happens. Don't have to beat yourself over it. Companion mission reports. Lethal Duran's gonna be back shortly. That's awesome. That is very good. He's gonna be back shortly. That means Lord Gustav. Who the fuck are you? Hello? Excuse me? Lord Aldemar, Lord Gustav. Bad-tempered, he's a piece of shit, but still, Duke Alexis. Oh, he's a lord from Sarleon. I'm okay with that. Yeah, the more the merrier. No, he's not. He has Ravenstern troops. I'm confused. Maybe I convinced somebody, or he came to our side on his own? I don't know. Why does the queen OP... Why is the queen OP in chess? Okay, why? That's fine, just go for it. Lethal Duran is quite lethal? Yes, he is. There he is. Speaking of the devil. Okay, did you increase their proficiency? Yes, you have, brother. You've increased that proficiency to 430, you mad lad, Chad Brad. The fuck was that? Mad lad, Chad Brad. The two-handed proficiency, I would love it to be higher, but nah, that archery, though. That archery is, Because the chessboard looks like a kitchen floor? And they know how to dance on that one. That's fine. That's fine. It's okay. It hurt. And it was sexist, but it was a joke. He's a Ravenstern rebel. It said he revolted, I guess. I guess. Although his family members are from Sarleon. I feel like he was a Sarleon lord at one point. Hello, Jerome. Good day to you, too. For those unfamiliar, this would sound weird, but to be honest, I think this piece of custom is quite useful. People who marry need money better obtained from interest-free relatives and friends than banks. I agree with that. I agree with the wedding system. I do not agree with the baptism system, the new baptism tradition that's currently taking place. That's all. It's fine. It's my opinion. I'm probably a minority in the majority, but hey, what you gonna do? Lethal's a good boy. Lethal's a big boy. That is also good. What do we call a snake that works for the government? Oh, that's easy. A politician. Isn't that the joke? A loyal serpent? Okay. Okay, I think mine was a little bit on the nose. He starts as a Sarleon lord. Okay, so he most likely defected and came to our side. Alright, what did you do with the soldiers? So the reason I'm still sending Lethal Duran, so at the moment my archers went, my knights went over 400 archery, I'm okay with it. But the reason I'm still sending Lethal Duran is for the soldiers who are not doing so hot in terms of proficiency. Yes, he increased their archery proficiency by another 20, up to 230. I need that to at least 300. So he needs to go more. He needs to go again, which sucks, because I would like to start paying for the extra stats. I'd like to ask you something. Train my boys 3 weeks. Good. I'm literally sending him just for the proficiency. And I need to bring those soldiers up to 300 so I can start paying for the rest, I'd say. Did Sarge ask? No. Yes. So yes. Sorry, I misread what you said. Yes, we are doing knights and sergeants as archers. Simple foot archers that are there to destroy. If Lord Gustav decides to go and burn some villages down, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I'm gonna keep the lords, the Ravenstern lords at bay. The only person that he needs to worry about is the Lord of Cinderfall. And if there are any extra lords that are currently owning Mason, Chepesht, or Uslam. But I'm keeping these boys here. As long as the food holds me. I'm gonna go to Or, I'm gonna go to Vizine, try to get some extra soldiers, preferably Ravenstern recruits. But it seems they haven't spawned back yet. They should be fine. So sadly, it's just a waiting game. I cannot amass a force strong enough to attack Ravenstern head-on. They're currently sitting at 925 soldiers, plus another, I'd say, at least 300 soldiers in the individual lords' armies. So that's a little bit impossible for me to take. Even if I would bring Duke Aldemar and the rest of them, it's too much. It's too much for us to take on. That's why it's a waiting game. I'm waiting for the knights to become the powerhouses that they're supposed to be. If I besiege this place, they have more than 100 days of food, so I can't go with a long siege. It's not an option. So, yeah. What do you got in there? Got a lot of Ravenstern soldiers. Those, I wish I could recruit those Silvermist Rangers, but they're over level 30, so I won't be able to grab them from the prisoner train. But if Wolfbode's not gonna attack Ravenstern, he is useless to me. I might take him off the table. I might just finish him off. Might bring him down. But first I'm going to go to Ismarilla, Fiznar, Hanoun, and see how things change around here. By the time we go to those 3 villages, I think Ravenstern is going to start coming out of its shell again. Destroyed the Shah a few minutes ago? Alright, man. Hopefully it was a nice, smooth destruction. With no fucks given. Gonna go in rain and check the inn and see if we can grab ourselves some crossbowmen. Harmond. Sold my prisoners. Farmer. The Kavi Manhunters. No, they're weaker than Ravenstern Rangers. There's no point in getting them. So your kingdom's feasting now? Smoother than expected? That's good to hear, man. That's good to hear. Hey, Drunken Moose. Welcome back to the inn, man. How are you doing? What's up? So nothing here. I guess I could sell some of the loot that I've acquired. Yep. That's fine. I'm going to be rearranging some of the various loots which we're going to be keeping to buy more baggage trains. The Great Leaders of Pendor is going to be read soon, which is also good. I don't know why I'm doing this, because I clearly don't need more food right now, but it's fine. There, just to arrange everything, make everything nice and tidy. Let's go to Hanoun, and then we're gonna go westwards. I'm doing good. I'm just in this weird stalemate right now, having issues just finishing Ravenstern off. It's a waiting game, and I'm just too impatient, I guess. Well, no, I'm not impatient, although I did attempt to take Ravenstern once. Last week you finished Perisno. You would say go for it when you finish POP. They fixed the mod and added more troops. Even new factions you enjoyed pretty much. Okay. That's awesome. That's awesome. And I do plan on going back to it. But you guys have to vote for it. So as soon as we are nearing the end of Prophecy of Pendor, I'm going to be creating a poll for you guys to vote on which Mountain Blade related content to deal with. So that would be either we're going back to Bannerlord, which I'm tempted to go. I mean, a lot of people have been saying that it's better now, to Arachnator's spite. We can go with Perisno, we can go with Banner Page, or we could go with, there was another one that was recommended. Gekakujo, yes. Yes. Gekakujo. Gonna be adding that as well. I'd like to discuss with you in private. Come to our side, you little shit. Yep. Okay. Okay, that's fine. I'll just defeat you and take you as a prisoner. It's fine, lol. You don't have to really spell it correctly. I mean, I understood what you said, so I guess that's enough. Whew, it's a lot of boys. Should you accept bad lords? They leave later and it's fine, right? Yeah, as long as you don't give them any fiefs. They're gonna stay on your side rather than on the enemy's side, so why not? Accept them. As time goes on, they'll hate you and betray you, but that is to be expected. I thought if they leave you, you lose honor or something? No, that's on them, not on you. My troops are looking good? They're looking fine. They're looking fine, they're looking decent. Cavalry charge in, try to stop that charge. Or whatever they're doing. I feel like it's a flank attack. Yep, it's a flank attack. A beautiful, coordinated flank attack. That is looking good. Get him down, thank you. Just set him down. I should have went for the kill there, but just set him down for now. It's an easier one. I thought he might be blocking me, but he didn't. Gonna take this guy out, hopefully. Got him. Quick jab to the back of the head. That dude needs to go as well. Let me help out here. There. Ah, Madame Ursula was knocked out. That's shitty. Good. Good. Consistently killing those guys, which is nice. But by the looks of that 46 damage that I've done to them, it seems they also received some extra damage here and there as well. Yeah, boys are having a little bit of a hard time plowing through these guys. That's why I always tell them to go plow the mother, not the troop. But do they listen? They don't. That didn't make any goddamn sense. I just like the expression, plowing your mother. I don't know why. I really like the sound of that expression. Don't like the act, but I like the sound of it. It's stupid. I have no idea how my brain works. Hello, Sincere. Welcome back to the end, dude. I'm thinking of stupid things. How are you doing? Might be a better idea to call back. Nope, no, never mind. It's the battle's over. Wanted to call back the cavalry and regroup, but it seems the battle's over. Do any of us know how we work? Yes, blood flows through the body, which keeps it alive. Blood is carrying oxygen from the atmosphere, which, again, sustains the body. Until the cells are incapable of reproducing, and then we die. That's how we work. Besides that, we are a giant robot. Well, giant. I'm small. We're a robot made out of bone and flesh that's being manned by a brain. Or controlled by a brain. Which is pretty fucking metal. That's kind of it. We ourselves are just vehicles for a brain. So that's how we work, my good sir. But when it comes to the terms of how the brain works, that's where I'm stuck. I have no idea. No idea on what basis it functions. All I know about the brain is that it really likes patterns, and it really likes habits. That's it. Patterns and habits are the brain's preferences, but besides that, I think that's why a lot of people are afraid of change. It likes the naughty naughty. That's the best way of stating it. The brain likes the naughty naughty. That's what the brain goes yes for? Mm-hmm. Yeah. It is. Okay, experiment time. I am gonna burn Orin and Vezin. I'd like to see if burning these villages... I'm so sorry, villages. If burning these villages will cause a change in the food amount in Ravenstern, in the behavior, in the anything. I'd like to see if it influences the food that's present in Ravenstern. You know, in case I want to try to starve them out. It's probably not. It's not going to work, so we'll see. So are you an English teacher or a customer support agent? Your proficiency in English is damn good. Also, Revolt is your in real life name too? No, it's not. Sorry for the curiosity. Here to lurk and enjoy. No problem, Nick, partially. I'm not an English teacher. I wanted to become an English teacher, but then I couldn't finish university. But I am a customer support agent, yeah. But that's not why I'm so proficient in English. It's simply video games media, and I've been studying English my entire life, so there you go. Hey, Pendor. Welcome back to the Indeed. Yes, I'm so sorry, villagers. I am looting you for science. So take hostile action. Loot and burn this village. Oh my god, the village is at my mercy. Ugh, it hurts. No. Fuck it, go. Burn it down. I'm seeing movement in Ravenstern. My Raven Guard Knights have acquired their arrows. Relation with Hengist has deteriorated. I lose honor. And Leslie and Anson looks upset. Holy fuck, that's a lot of stuff. Okay. Just gonna grab everything. Gotta sell it at the first town. That's enough. They can keep their food. Okay, so that happened. Yes, of course. Anson and Leslie looks upset. Gonna go. It won't happen again. Cattle herd. Drive the cattle onward. They should follow me. Now, I'm gonna go and siege Ravenstern and see if their food stocks changed. It probably didn't, but it was something that was gnawing at my mind for a while now. His role name is Revol, the Ninja Pirate Vampire Space Archpappy Bartender. The joke of the age. Well, you were guys that just kept on adding titles. So you get what you deserve. Hey, Pendor. No, that's it. Hello, Ravenstern. No, they're still at 100 days food. Yeah, that makes sense. Wonder if I infiltrate Ravenstern and buy all of the food off their market. Hello, did you guys just leave? I'm down. I'm down for a scoff. Hell yeah. Let's fuck them up. Practically, we're holding Ravenstern hostage within its own capital, which is kind of dope, which is kind of cool. But again, it's a stalemate. I can't take the city without either suffering high casualties or just dying. But I do need to go back to the castle for my Ravenstern boys, my Raven Guard knights, are now ready for combat-ish. Although I'd like to wait until I've increased their stats a little bit further. Shit. Shit. Cavalry charge in and try to help out here and there. Ah, missed that one. That's fine. Ooh, bad position. You're not seeing the enemy. That explains why they're not dying. That'll do. I've pulled the boys forward a bit. The infantry line's gonna hold a bit. But those shields are not gonna last forever, so I should start nailing these guys. Hey, VV Justice, welcome back to the inn. Hey, Fallen Hope. My playthrough inspired you to do your own Madame Ursula playthrough? You just wiped out Ravenstern yesterday? I see. How did you... Nah, it's fine. Did you manage to convince anybody to join your side, Fallen Hope? And if you did you see a pattern on how you did it? You know, exchanging notes. Main adventure died. I should regroup the cavalry. I think they overextended. Non-lords join you, but you buffed up your own Knighthood Order to steamroll them. Ah, so you're doing exactly the tactic that I'm currently utilizing. That makes sense. Other lords, evil lords from other locations. I understand. You're a customer support agent too for 2 weeks. On your first day, your first customer was an Irish guy, and that said everything. Your second one was a Karen who wanted the manager for you replying with "for nothing." You are done with the drama. Okay. It happens, dude. It happens. It's normal. It's normal. Customer support is tough. But hey, if you're lucky, you get into a position where you are offering customer support to a company instead of the civilian rabble, and that improves the way you interact with the client a lot, which is my case. Do you add people on Steam? Yes, if you send me a friendly invite, I will add you to Steam. Yeah, there's no reason why I don't do it. Don't think I've ever refused a friend invitation on Steam. The civilian scum, yes. Go stabbing people. I am killing as fast as I can. Though those archers are a little bit on the dangerous side. I'm probably gonna die here. Yeah, I saw that coming. I have to retreat and re-engage. Just didn't want to risk my boys dying further for nothing. So just a quick retreat and re-engage will be fine. You're working in customer support for 6 months now, getting tired of stupid customers. Stupidity is going to be something that you're going to have to deal with. It's part of the job, sadly. You're interacting with humans, and there's sadly a minority that is quite civil. Plus, since it's customer support, you're being called by people that are having issues. Usually you're not happy when you're having issues, so it is understandable why they're ticked off from the get-go. But try to remember that they're not really angry at you, they're just angry at the situation. You have to remember, you are not responsible for what happened. Unless you were the one who caused the problem, then hey, then it's on you. But pure and simply, you just have to acknowledge, you have to understand that it's not your fault. They're angry, but they're not at you. They're just venting. And sadly, you are the outlet. You are the person that they reached, so they're going to vent their frustrations on you. But again, a lot of people will simply, in my case, a lot of people just realize, oh, no, sorry, I'm not angry at you. I'm just angry at the situation. I'm angry at the system. And yeah, it's understandable. You just got to reassure them that, yeah, I know. It's fucked up. It's stupid. I understand. Should be whacked, yo. And you move on. That's how I go through it. That's Pog. The guy that was Pog was removed because he said stuff against the vaccine or something. Against the vaccine? Okay. I mean, that's a little bit of a misinformation. They're not usually angry, they're just dumb. That's also true, sometimes. I don't know, I haven't met a lot of dumb people. No, I don't think I've met dumb people. You know, to say that, oh yes, this person is dumb. I've met people who are not familiar with certain systems. I've met people who did not know how to fix certain things. But that's just simply from a lack of practice or from a lack of, you know, interest. A lack of interest would be the way to go. So that doesn't make them dumb. I'm sure that they're proficient in ways I will never be. So, yeah. Watch Nux for something? Maybe stuff like people should choose the vaccine. Watch Nux for more info. I don't know who Nux is, and I don't think I will. I went to take the vaccine, and I'm okay with it. I'm happy that I did. Besides that, each person's free to choose whatever the fuck they want to do. I recommend you go for the vaccine, but to each their own. To each their own decision. I'm going to be leaving all of that loot. I don't really care for it right now. I'm going to go to Rain. And I'm going to be selling this excess. And then I'm going to keep on going eastwards back to Falcon Dark. Accept. Wait, why did PogChamp become a snake? Okay, so I assume PogChamp, the streamer, I guess. I have no idea who the original person is. According to you, stated that he was against vaccines. I disagree. I'm not against vaccines, and I feel like he shouldn't be either. But it's his choice. If Twitch or whoever decided to not support him anymore. PogChamp emote got changed because he showed support for the DC Capitol Siege or something? Nothing to do with vaccines? DC Capitol Siege. Ah, okay. Again, I don't know, but sadly it's Twitch or YouTube's or whoever company's choice to support or not support somebody. It's their choice. That's it. It was a perfect emote. It was. 'Twas, but it's also a way for the company to clean their hands of the mess. You know, we're like, yes, this person said these things, but we do not support his claims. Thus, we are removing anything that might link us to this person, so we don't get in trouble. That would be the idea. Trump supporters broke into a politically important building. Yes, I remember that. I remember that happening, but that was quite a while ago. And as I understand, those Trump supporters were even being dumb about it. But, whatever. Let's not get into it. It's not... I'm not from America. I don't think I'm going to be visiting America anytime soon. I'm not interested in what's going on over there. Okay, Sincere. I don't know. You guys literally just brought it up. I have no idea why you brought it up, but you did. I have no clue about the situation whatsoever. I stay away from drama because I don't need it and I don't care for it. I wasn't talking to you as in singular, Sincere. I was talking to you as in the chat. I think VV Justice was the one who first mentioned it. Oh no, actually keep the honey. My men already set their fingers in the cookie jar anyway. Because you wanted to spam some PogChamp emotes. You don't know about all that. Okay. Oh, you were talking about why the Pog is a snake now. Oh, that does make sense. Okay. We're super chill, Justice. We're super chill. I'm super chill. The chat is actually quite civil about it. But it's a political / drama subject that I don't want to get into. That's all. It's none of my biz. So no worries, boys, no worries. Harmon the Harm. I'd like to sell you my prisoners. Food-wise, Genji, we're still doing perfectly fine. I leveled up? What? What? That's impossible. The archives must be incomplete. Okay, that's cool. We did level up. That's pretty dope. I guess I'm gonna go all the way up to 30 into intellect. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta be further increasing some stuff here. Harmond. Yeah. Harmond's the name of that bounty... No, not bounty hunter. That, ransom broker. You ever met Harmond before? You did not meet Harmond the boy. Yeah, definitely. Might go double into pathfinding. Let's see. So leadership, that's a nah dog, but I think we're going to be getting one extra point to leadership from the book, from the Great Leaders of Pendor. Engineering is covered. First aid is covered. Surgery is covered by me. Inventory management, not needed. Spotting, not needed. Pathfinding, yes. I could go up 2 points into pathfinding. I'd be okay with that. Trainer's fine. Shield, weapon master, power throw, power strike. Power strike would be cool too. Also, yeah, guys, in case you haven't voted yet, please vote on the poll to decide what we're going to be playing once we finish Darkest Dungeon. I could go 1 point into pathfinding, 1 point into power strike. But we also have another chance of putting... I feel like the pathfinding is going to be better. Consistently catching up to fools sounds better than the alternative. Sounds better than 2 or 3 extra damage on the melee. What good movies have you guys watched recently? Ooh, that's a tough one. I don't think I've seen any good movies recently. I wanted to go to Free Guy at the cinema, but sadly my car broke down, so that got canceled. I I haven't really checked any... well, I did see the trailer, but I haven't checked any review or critique or stuff like that of the movie. I'd like to see it fresh, with no influences from other people whatsoever. But a good movie that I've seen recently. To be honest, I've been watching Dragon Prince with my wife on Netflix. It's not a movie, it's a series. But it's I do have to say it's more of a kids cartoon, it's more of a kids show, but it's in the same ballpark as Avatar: The Last Airbender. It gave me the same vibe. And that's a good thing. That's a plus on my book. It's an enjoyable show. So if you guys would like to check if you liked Avatar: The Last Airbender and you want something similar, try to go and check out Dragon Prince. It's a good show. Besides that, a movie. That's a tough question. A good movie that I've seen recently. No, that doesn't no movie comes to mind. Although, I guess I could mention this. My wife did mention that she wants to rewatch Secret Life of Walter Mitty. It's a kind of a feel-good movie. And it is one of our favorite movies. It's one of those movies that we watch on a yearly basis. And I don't know why it resonated with us so much, but I think it's Ben Stiller's best movie. By far, it's Ben Stiller's best movie, hands down. So yeah, if you haven't checked it out yet, and you want to just chill and have a good time and relax with a nice movie, check out Secret Life of Walter Mitty. It's a good one. And if you also like Simon Pegg, and you liked Secret Life of Walter Mitty, I also recommend Hector and the Pursuit of Happiness. It's kind of in the same ballpark. But it's British. I think it's British. I think it's a British-produced movie. So, both of those are very, very good. Thanks, looks good. If you love The Last Airbender, or the Avatar universe for that matter, you've seen both of the movies, you like them. Yeah, they're good movies. They're really enjoyable. Besides that, no. Okay, so we're finally at Falcon Dark. Hello, my pretties. My pretties, yes. Let's go give them more weapons for the weapon god. War room equipment. Better weapons. Arrows. Yes. So, Ranger Arrow, Noldor Arrows, plus 10 damage, 32. I'm probably going to be giving them the Noldor Arrows, although it's going to take a long fucking time to equip those. Or I could just go for the Ranger Arrows to give them the now, and then just upgrade them from there. Yeah, I think that's going to be better. Just have them online as soon as possible so I can rely on them. I think that would be better. We, on the other hand, me and your wife, we watch Lord of the Rings and Matrix each year. That's cool. We did watch Matrix, but my wife didn't understand anything of what was going on. She was very, very confused about it. She liked the fighting and stuff, but that was kind of it. And I also consider the Matrix trilogy to be a bit dumb. I like the first one, and I wish they stopped at the first one, story-wise. I liked the visuals and fighting of the second one, but the plot didn't make no fucking sense. And then I liked the third one because it showed a lot of the real world in Matrix, the non-virtual world, with how humans lived and stuff like that, although I really didn't understand why they had so many raves. colony-sized raves. That was a little bit stupid. Everything is real in the Matrix. Okay, just a see you on the other side. When it comes to Lord of the Rings, that's actually on my list of rewatching. I would like to rewatch Lord of the Rings, and I think I would like to rewatch the giant battle in The Hobbit. I think that's going to be something that I'd like to rewatch. That was cool. 18 more days for these guys to get equipped. Well, definitely want to watch the entire Lord of the Rings. Yes, the Battle of the Five Armies. That was amazing the first time I saw it, but now that my giddy and hype went away, I'd like to rewatch that battle and analyze it from a strategic perspective and see if, you know, if I could have done something better. If you die in a game, you die in real life. That's the message they try to spread. Way up your butt, VV Justice. They try to spread that message way up your butt, my man. The Hobbit, Lord of the Rings are so good. Oh my god, I'm gonna get shit on for saying this. But they're fine. Yeah, quite deep. Lol, quite deep. Thankfully, did it go that far? Okay, good to hear, Justice. Good to hear. I enjoy Lord of the Rings, but I have to say, each time I see Frodo and each time I see the Gollum on screen, I cringe. And I can't wait to see other things in the movie. The only reason why the scenes with Frodo and Gollum are manageable is because Sam's there, and Sam is the best character that there is. But that's it. That's my only problem with the Lord of the Rings series. That's it. So shoot me, shit on me, but that's my opinion. I don't care. You like Gollum, but Frodo was so cringe. I liked the split personality thing that Gollum had, and he was fighting with himself. That was cool at the beginning, but after I've seen the movie several times, that gets tired and old. And I just don't like how he, you know, snivels and crawls and stuff everywhere. I just got tired of it. That's all. That's all. And that's the way you watch Harry Potter, to cringe and make fun of Potter? Oh yeah. I really liked the Harry Potter series when I was little, but now as an adult, I'm rewatching the Harry Potter series. I'm like, I could have, teenage angst. No, cringe. But it's fine. That's the way we acted when we were teenagers. We made stupid decisions, we didn't know better, and we went on. It's fine, it's normal, and it's still a good series that I will show to my kids when it's the time. You like how the dark forces were cutting down forests and the trees didn't do shit, even though they could. I think there was some kind of conservative message over there where the trees were slow and old, and they were so fearful of change, and they just thought that everything's gonna be fine on its own because they could withstand the test of time, while humans and orcs and blah are kind of mortal. I guess that was the reason. And also they didn't really understand what was the extent of the damage done. But once they got going, they got going. Greatest wizard of the time doesn't cast a spell until the third movie. I don't care, Nick. I always thought that the magic in Lord of the Rings was in the style of D&D combined with what's the one I'm looking for? Combined with it's Darkest, Dungeons and Dragons. I always thought that the magic in Lord of the Rings was a combination of Dungeons and Dragons with what's the name of that video game where you can climb monsters and do giant tornadoes and bring comets out of the sky? I don't remember the name of it. I liked how Gollum's personality changed over time. Yeah, that's good. It's not Skyrim, it's not Terraria, it's not Starfury. Dragon's Dogma, thank you. You are correct. What? Thank you for pitching in. Yes, so I always thought that it was a combination of Dragon's Dogma with not Darkest Dungeon, Dungeons and Dragons. It's they start with the same letters, that's why my brain is confusing them. In the sense that you can't really use it often, but when you do use it, it's cataclysmic. And there's no midline spells, there's just small little cantrips and the big giant level 8 to 9 to 10 fucking spells of destruction, yeah. That's always how I saw Lord of the Rings. So, and I always thought that there were repercussions. You know, if Gandalf used certain magical schnitzel puffs, things would be bad. Things didn't really go their way. Slaughter the animals. All of them. I'm not gonna keep them running around. Do I have room for 5 more? I think I do. That's good. Okay, let's go to Pointsbrook, sell that stuff while it's fresh. Marketplace, goods, bleh. Yeah, I know that the price is diminishing, but I don't care. I just don't want them to keep on following me. That's all. And I'm just gonna slaughter the rest of them. Blah. And I'm gonna be selling this in rain. You're right. You was referring to Harry Potter, sorry, that everybody was like, oh my god, it's Harry Potter, the greatest wizard of our time, meanwhile he can't do dog shit. Yes. Yes, that's simply how misinformation travels, Nick Partially. They were thinking, oh, Harry Potter, the boy who lived and killed the biggest baddie of all time. They thought, okay, so he must be fucking amazing. He most likely teleported Lord Voldemort's heart out of his chest and placed it way up his butt. Way up his butt. Thus, the misaligned anatomy caused his death. I guess that's how, you know, hey, have you heard of this kid? He managed to repel a spell using the power of love. Oh, okay. He went to his family. He said, hey, have you heard of this kid? He managed to repel a spell. He didn't mention the part where it was with the power of love. Oh, he managed to repel a spell? That's amazing. Okay, and then the information kept on propagating and propagating, and the story became wilder and stupider, and at one point, hey, have you heard of this kid? He managed to kill Lord of Voldemort with his penis. Not even using magic, just with his dong. And that's how misinformation takes place, and that's how everybody considered, okay, Harry Potter is the greatest sorcerer of our time, next to, what's his name? Subsir, you subscribed? Okay, welcome. Thanks for subbing, man. Lokmajibishin, thank you for becoming a follower, my dude. Welcome to Headpoint In. No, Gandalf is from Lord of the Rings. Next to... what's the name of the director? What's Harry Potter Gandalf? Director... Blah. For the life of me, cannot remember his name. My wife's gonna slap me if she hears me say that. Professor Dumbledore. Yes, Dumbledore. Thank you, Lunar Bike. So yeah, next to Professor Dumbledore. So that's how it happened. He was just a kid. He was just a kid that got lucky that his mommy saved him through the power of love. I think the best... so if we're on the subject, I think the best Harry Potter movie, just hands down the best one, is Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. The first one. Just the first one. The second one is a piece of shit. But Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them is actually amazing. They take a normal human on a amazing Universal ride. Wait, Universal ride. Is Harry Potter part of the Universal or is he Warner Brothers? I don't remember. You love Transformers Prime is the only Transformers you watched, though? I think I seen only the first Transformers movie. And that was enough. It's not my cup of tea. I don't really care about shaky cameras, boobs, and giant explosions. I'm not interested. I don't need that. Get him! Fuck! What? I asked if Harry Potter was produced by the Warner Brothers. I think it was. That doesn't sound like Transformers. Okay, so, were you talking about the Transformers movies made by Michael Bay? Lol, my boy? Because if you were, those were the ones that I was referring to. That sounded exactly like Transformers. Yes. Oh, it's Dookie Adariyuki. Oh, boy. Oof. Clearly wronged. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no, I fucked up. No need to decide just yet. Audience is over. Wait. I fear I cannot. I'm so sorry, but I will kill you now. I didn't want to say audience is over. I wanted to kick your ass now. Hot chick check, big explosion check, not a relevant story check, shaky cam where you can barely see anything, but there are giant robots check. I don't like this map. Let's get another one. But yeah, if you've never watched a Harry Potter movie and you just want to watch one, you know, to get introduced to the universe, I do recommend Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. It's awesome. It's very enjoyable. It's interesting, and you're going to be seeing a lot of cool shit. Yeah. Transformers was a perpetual motion blur? Yes, it was. That's a horrible position. Oh boy. Okay, fine, that's okay. We'll manage. Transformers Prime. So what's Transformers Prime? Is that a cartoon? Is that a movie? Is that a cereal box? What is that, lol? Well, CGI. Okay, so a CGI. I did not watch it. I didn't see it. I don't know about it. Although what I did watch as I was little and I was growing up and I really enjoyed, Beast Wars. Have you seen Beast Wars? I don't know, just this, I guess it's a cartoon CGI thing. But Beast Wars was the shit when I was growing up. It was amazing. Loved the fuck out of it. Animals transforming into robots, fighting against each other. It was awesome. Yes, Beast Wars. Although, I've tried to revisit the series, and my god, did it not age well. It looks so shitty. Holy fuck, it looks bad. Oh, Lord. Everyone charge? I feel like us charging would be a good thing right now. And as their interest in me decreases, we can get closer and start murderalizing. Murderalization! No. Transformers Prime is an American computer animated television series based on the Transformers toy franchise by Hasbro that aired on Hub Network. I have no idea what Hub is, but okay. From November 29th, 2010 to July 26, 2013. Oh, that's an old one. No, I haven't seen it. But still, cool. You need to watch the movies, not a cartoon. No, he needs to watch whatever he wants, Justice. If he enjoyed the cartoon, he will watch the cartoon. What the fuck? He can go and watch the movies too. and then can decide for himself if he likes them or not. Well, you did not order him? Bruh, you need to watch the movies, not a cartoon. Can you please reread your statement, Justice? Sure, lol. You can post pictures, but I'm not going to be clicking on the link. You can go actually on Discord in the media recommendations channel and just post them there. I will be able to see them there, but if you're going to be posting the images over here in the chat, I'm not going to be alt tapping to see them. I'm sorry, I'm not going to be doing that. You used to watch Power Rangers when you were a kid? All ones that not age well either? Yeah, I know. Yeah, no, it's... They get very, very repetitive. Same transformation each episode, same moves, same killer move. It's not. For some reason you forgot the channel existed? It's probably because it's not really interacted much. From time to time, you like to watch old movies. You always get surprised at how good that there are some movies compared to the ones that we have nowadays. I understand. I see your point, my dude. And I agree. Yeah, there's some great old movies out there that are still worth watching to this day. They're awesome. For example, the one that comes to mind when you're stating that, I really, really liked the Ghostbusters series, the original one. It was so good. It was so enjoyable. I do recommend them. You know that I don't alt tap, so not gonna post them here. Thanks, lol. Appreciate it. Also, you hate the remake train? I hate the remake train, too. At least if they were, you know, good remakes. Or remakes to movies that needed a remake. You know, movies that had an amazing plot, but the execution was horrible or subpar. Those movies deserve a remake. But they don't want to risk it. The producers, the Hollywood producers, or whoever's producing the movie, they don't want to risk a remake of a failed project, even though it has a good story, because it might flop. Thus, they go with good movies, they give them a subpar remake, and they flop anyway. Yeah. Shit. Oh, hello. There we go. Chevaliers, please. Let's regroup a bit. Let the enemy come forward. But by the looks of it, we're not really shooting as much anymore, which is bad. But I do also understand, and I think people need to understand, that it's very hard to make an original IP, or an original concept, or an original story, that doesn't feel like it's a, you know, rehash or a remake. Take, for example... I'm not exactly sure what example to give. Yeah, you know what? Yes, I'm actually going to be taking the example that Mandalore Gaming has provided in his review of Dead Space. Dead Space story is similar to Alien's story. They had a... their stories are practically identical. The aliens are just different. The idea would be that they had a very good first movie / game where the hero needs to survive in an environment they're not really suited for. You know, Ripley was a truck driver. Isaac is an engineer. They're not really meant for combat. The second one is a very good sequel in both cases that portray a more warlike state, where Ripley is becoming a badass in the second one, while Isaac is also becoming a badass in the second one. He really gets a lot of character development. And then there's the third one, the third video game, Dead Space 3, and Alien 3 Resurrect... No, I don't think it's Resurrection. Which were both bad. Which were both bad and probably unnecessary. But I do recommend that you check out Mandalore Gaming's review on the Dead Space franchise. It's very cool, and it would kind of prove my point. That, and let's go back to my point, the fact that it's very difficult to create a original story, an original idea that hasn't been done before. So what people should be doing is try to recreate the old stories and selling them in a new light. You know, make it feel fresh, make it feel identifiable in the current environment. I guess that would be the best course of action that I see if they do want to remake stuff. Well, that was a mouthful. Hopefully that made sense and I didn't really confuse a lot of people. And hey, if we're gonna be getting any fresh news and fresh stuff, that's awesome. That's just a plus. I'll grab the... give me the Man-at-Arms. Give me the Highlander. That's fine. There we go. Maiden Cavalry, Ravenstern Ranger. And nobody else is here. Deserters, Iberan Military Patrol. What the fuck are they doing so far up north? Well, they're not really that far, they're just across the river. It's hard to take some original idea and make it presentable and profitable. It is. It is, because a lot of people don't want to risk it. They don't want to, they don't want to risk with something new that might fail. They prefer to go with the old stories that were successful and try to retell those and try to remake them into a better state. Marinator, thank you for resubbing, man. I appreciate it. My God, we've known each other for a long time. Hey, Jerome. Welcome back, man. What's up? Oh, Lord of Davakar and Bogdan. Sup, bubble gummy boys of bubble gumminess. Oh no, I clicked on the button too soon. Shit. Melting? It's super hot where you are. I understand. It's super hot over here as well. The meltiness is melting meltily away. I understand your plight. Just had some brunch? Yummy. Okay. So, on the poll, is Battle Brothers still ahead? Or did Divinity Original Sin finally catch up and surpass? Because it's a fight going over there, boys. It's a fight. Ah, shit. There we go. Oh, thanks, Nightbot. You read my mind. Holy crap, I misclicked on that one. I didn't attack on the proper side that I'm usually accustomed to attacking on. So that caused me to get knocked out. Like a bitch. Happens. No Man's Sky caught up and overtook Divinity. No way. Really? That's insane. I don't expect No Man's Sky to come back from the brink of death. Do you play on the hardest difficulty? Yes. But not always, Jerome. Not always. Last time, on the last playthrough, I went with my difficulty. With my preferred difficulty. But now we're playing on the hardest difficulty. Had like 7 votes over the weekend exclusively. Damn, dude. No Man's Sky gang, rejoice. It's fine. You called a rig, to be honest. No, I think Sub stated that he might ask some friends to vote on it or something of the sorts. Which is okay, I guess. I don't mind. And maybe people are curious to see in what state is No Man's Sky nowadays. A lot of people... It has great reviews now on Steam. A lot of people are praising the fact that the developers kept their promise and kept on applying update after update after update, and they haven't asked any extra cash for it. So, it might be cool. You do mind because No Man's Sky is boring as hell to watch? What about for a person who hasn't played it before and just explores it for the first time? Isn't that a little bit extra interesting? For example, for me, it's interesting to watch somebody who was just getting into it. Oh no, where's my... Okay, that's fine. It had a lot of updates. That's cool. I know it had a lot of updates. They've been adding mounts and pets and stations and ships and a lot of other stuff. All your Circle player No Man's Sky, even after improvements, they barely play more than half a day before quitting. Oh, really? Why? Hello, Relum. Welcome back to the inn. Why are they quitting after half a day? Is it because it's boring? Is it because it's meant to be played in a co-op status to have more fun with it? You tried playing, just voted for No Man's Sky? Okay. Imagine people... Well, they haven't stated anything of that sorts. But I'm curious, Rollum. Did they give you a reason why they stopped? Hey, Lord Napoleon. Yeah, this week I'm going to be streaming from 12 p.m. Eastern European Standard Time because I'm on the evening shift at work, so, gotta adapt. No, they simply get bored fast. I see. Maybe it's simply not their shtick. For me, I'm all about exploring. I really enjoy exploring alien planets and shit like that. It's one of the things that I like, you know, discover new elements, things, see how they fail and die, and then move on. I mean, it might be fun, but I think it's gonna be... I might agree with those people, and I might consider it to be one of those games that's better in co-op, because Generation Zero, it falls into that category. I consider Generation Zero to be much more enjoyable in co-op. You started playing Star Sector, and you have no idea what you're doing. Nick, go on my YouTube channel, type an exclamation point on YouTube, and search for my first video on Star Sector. On my first video of Star Sector, I explained the basics of the game. And I explain a lot of things that you should know before you play. Also, I do recommend that you play the tutorial. The tutorial missions are quite good in explaining the game. Anyway, depends on a lot of people. I mean, most players play Mount and Blade 1 campaigning or don't even finish it. And here we are, Prophecy of Pendor 3.9.5, campaign number 3, actually, Relum. But sure, 532, 523, 523 could be a designation number. Yes, the shift. Must be a problem for your sleeping schedule? No, I adapt. Last week I was on the night shift. I did feel a little bit under the weather last week, but it was because of traveling and not because of the night shift itself. It's okay, Arignator. They're not asking for extra money. You can, you know, throw that thought away. They're not doing that. Don't vilify them for no reason, okay? They failed on launch, but they're now paying for it and delivering it as they should. You had a terrible headache this morning. I'm sorry to hear that, Jerome. Can you try to identify why? Imagine the fucking audacity if they did. There's no point in imagining a person doing something that they didn't do. Yes, it would be horrible, I agree, if they asked for more money to fix their own game, but they're not doing it, so there's no point to that chain of thought. You did tutorials in your video as well, but the game's so big, plus the last strategy game you played was Red Alert 2 a long time ago. Yeah, I guess it would take a little bit of getting used to. I just recommend that you stay a lot into the simulator and just practice flying ships and stuff like that. And remember that you have the autopilot function by pressing the U key for Utah. And that should also save you a lot of headaches. Let's bring the Battle Brothers up here a bit on the front line. Yes, lol. Nick partially has started playing Star Sector. You believe you had some digesting problems, and you think that the digestive problems are causing headaches. That sounds like a bile issue. Might want to grab something for digestion. Maybe it's going to help out. Yes, Nick partially. So when you're re-equipping the ships, when you're on the screen where you're re-equipping the ships, you'll see a small little button that says Run Simulator. That if you click on that button, you can test the ship's build, and you can pit it against most ships in the game, with no repercussions whatsoever. I just spend even if in my playthroughs, you can see that I'm spending a lot of time in the simulator just testing out builds on ships, checking out weapons and how they fire and how hot they run, and that really helps me out. And it should help you out, especially getting accustomed to the game and learning a trick here and there. Sheikh Shalavan has united the Desert Warriors and now fights under the banner of Marius Imperator. Ooh, that's a unique spawn that I haven't seen before. That's dope. I assume it's a Deshar-focused. Either a Deshar or a Singalian-focused unique spawn. That's cool. Yeah, but it's over. You no longer have a headache because you've chopped it off? I don't know, I'm kidding. Ah, they have evacuated Duke Alexis. It is time for your daily beating. Good sir, please, don't make me run after you, boy. You're just making this hard on yourself. And that's something Aragnator would say? What? With the chopping off head? Nah. Nah, that was too brain dead of a joke for Aragnator to make. Please, give him some respect. Yeah, and it's okay, Jerome. Hey, as long as you're fine, as long as your head doesn't hurt anymore. Awesome. Oh, shit. Misclicked. I mean, go please intercept their horses. Since they're the closest target, you should be going for them, right? Gonna make sure that you're gonna be going for them. There we go. Got him? Got him, coach. Whoa. Ah, gotta check my sides. Sounds Chinese. If head hurts, cut the head off. Confucius? Yes. Definitely. If head hurts, extirpate source of problem. Which can either be your head or the thing that's causing the problem. You know, you gotta leave it for interpretation, man. If it's not left for interpretation, that is not really a real saying. Everyone likes to say, just get rid of the finger just as God intended. What is he, an Adeptus Mechanicus? The flesh is weak, but the machine is eternal. What the fuck? I remember that weird scientist from Invader Zim that said sharks were my friends, and I always thought that sharks were my friends, and he revealed his robotic arm, but I know better now. Yeah, did post memes like that before? Okay, man. Okay. What are those shows that I should revisit? I can't remember shit from that show. Don't remember what happens. That's about an alien. I've seen it when I was little. Nah, you won't deny it because you're a dumbass sometimes. But we're all dumbasses sometimes. Most of the times. Yeah, I could go with most of the times. I'm a dumbass most of the times. But hey, what you gonna do? I live and learn. I'm only human. Just went against 3 Noldor and a Journey, and all of us had bows and arrows, and it was quite fun, huh? Okay. Oh, lordy lord, please. Just get out of the city so I can fuck you up. All of you. Just get out of there, boy. If by fun you mean you got shot between the eyes, then yes. Yes, I was being sarcastic when I said I'm sure it was fun. So yes, you are correct. If that is exactly what I meant by fun. Fun times. You're afraid I'm... Let's hope not. Remember that part when I mentioned that you're just a giant mech made out of bones and flesh and the driver's your brain? I think if you remove the driver... Sometimes you're glad you learned about HPI. I'm glad you feel that way, lol. I really do. I'm really happy when somebody says, you know, I'm glad to discover you, or I'm glad to be here, or I'm happy to meet you guys. That's a nice feeling, man. And thank you. I really appreciate it. Get all warm and mushy inside. In contrast to most of the times you hate that you learn about the internet, I mean, the internet is quite a toxic environment, but if you find the right circles, you're good to go, you're fine. Oh yeah, holy crap, there's a lot of things that I regret learning on the internet. Ignorance is bliss, and you will learn about that as you grow up. But hey, what you gonna do? I'm hearing the door. 1 second, I just want to make sure that people can get in there. Okay, just want to make sure that the person who tried to get in got in. There. Okay. Alrighty then. Let's keep walking. Keep walking. I guess northwards. Oh, yes, definitely northwards. King Gregory with 143 smackaroos. As in people that I will smack. You fucked up, brother. Trying to go for a leisurely stroll? I'll show you what happens when you go for a leisurely stroll. Leisurely stroll. I think leisure. Is it leisure or leisure? Oh, I think both pronunciations are accepted, if I remember correctly. Both leisure and leisure. I might be wrong. I think the correct one is leisure. Well, whatever. When you get a two-handed in tourneys, it's harvesting season. Oh, me when I don't get a shield. When I don't get a shield in tournaments, I'm like, no, dead. You've made me die. But then I gotta use my happy feet and just dodge everything like a badass. Boop. Cease and desist, good sir. How the fuck do you shit so many elite troops? I will never know. But I'm causing problems. I'm stopping them. Ooh, that'd be dangerous, boy. Nice. Might be depending on the region, but it should be either. Yeah, as I understand, it should be either as well. Yeah, that's what I remember as well. Stab the king, and he's down. Shot through the heart. Ooh. And that Ravenstern Ranger's to blame. He gives warfare a bad name. Well, he actually gives warfare a good name. Congratulations, lol, for getting another Qualis gem. I actually have a Qualis gem waiting for me at the Castle Falcon Dark, and I'm going to be using it for Ravenstern. I'm actually going to be taking Ravenstern for myself. I feel like I deserve it from the amount of shit that I went to get it. And, hell, I didn't even get it yet. But when I do I like using javelins? No. I don't. I despise it. I hate the fuck out of it. But if you want to roleplay using javelins, that's fine. Hey, what's up? Can't really hear you very well. I'm in the middle of dying. Cool. And down I go. I used 5 hack-ons. You have 3 custom Knighthood Chapter houses, and you got a Ruby Rune Bow. Oh, yeah, you're ready to just cleanse the land of any opposition. Throwing things are too inaccurate. Too inaccurate and too limited amounts of ammo. And even if you do level it up properly, they don't really do enough damage. Thank God I thought you were a psychopath. What? Okay. No, you're not a psychopath for liking throwing weapons. If you're going to be role-playing as a infantryman that has some throwing weapons, that is perfectly fine, Lunar Bike. You're not a psychopath for liking a certain thing. Okay, no, I stand corrected. If you like killing people in cold blood, then you might be a psychopath. I don't know. I don't really know the definition of a psychopath, so I correct my statement. But no, I'm just going to be applying that to, if you like throwing weapons, that does not make you a psychopath. Guess another hack-on won't hurt. You're afraid to start getting addicted? I guess you might be addicted to drugs in Prophecy of Pendor. Hey, Kiwi. Welcome back to the end, dude. They can't hit a tree in a forest? Yeah, it's bad. Oh, what the fuck? Why did I retreat? Oh, I thought the battle was over. That's why I retreated. Well, shit. Mine. There. Hey, Glenn. Welcome back to the end, dude. Thank you for following me 2 days ago. Appreciate it. Throwing weapons are very satisfying to use if you actually manage to nail something with it. That is correct, Eric Nader. I 100% agree with you. When you stab a person in the eye socket with a throwing weapon, feels good. Coalitions for money and money for upgrading the custom Knighthood Order. You got 700 in proficiency, but it kind of ruined the roleplay aspect, then they get that good. Yes, they become overpowered. The custom Knighthood Order upgrades are a means to an end. It's that moment where you're like, you know what, I'm bored of this playthrough, it's time to finish it. And that's when you bring out the custom Knighthood Order, boys. I literally have the activity feed on my left side, Glenn, my boy. So, yes. I don't remember, I just saw your name in the activity feed, and I just remembered your name. So, please don't give me that much credit. Welcome to the end, man. Hello, King Gregory, my Greg. You mine. Your ass is grass. I never understood that expression. Your ass is grass. What does that mean? That your ass is gonna be hitting the curve or something? I don't fucking know. Too hairy? Okay. What you gonna do, man? It will be hitting the grass too hard, it will become grass. I guess that's the expression. That your ass is in the ground, fertilizing the grass growing above it. Oh, shit! Yeah, that does make sense. Okay, yeah, that does make sense. It's hilarious. For some odd reason, I just imagined a scene from Space Station 13 where a mage blows another guy's ass off and then uses it as fertilizer. Which, interestingly enough, it's a thing that you can do in that game, I shit you not. So, if you want a cringe fest of toxicity, go check out Space Station 13. But yeah, I guess that explanation does make sense. Thanks, Originator. Thank you for setting me up straight. It's not toxic, what do you mean? Okay. Just been lurking some, but you got any questions about the mod? You've played quite a lot myself, but you seem to have things under control beating the Ravenstern puppets. Thanks, man. Sure. Usually I just ask the entire chat if I do have some questions about anything. But I think I got it down. I think I know how to fuck shit up in PoP. He did what? Yes, a magician, a magic man, a wizard, blew another person's ass off. And, well, in the scene that I saw, he used it as a hat. But I assume it can also be used as fertilizer somehow. Fun times. There we go. Yes, it was, Lunar Bike. Yes, it was. Also, Mandalore Gaming's video on Space Station 13 was also enjoyable. If I were to choose between the two, I'm more of a Mandalore than a Seth guy. If you're after fertilizer, usually use whole persons. Now, if you're after fertilizer, usually use shit. Marignator. Hey, Ninja Wizard. Welcome back to the end, man. How are you? Let's not go for the soiled and green as people. Not yet, okay? So it's literally if someone said to him, "You ass is hat." Oh, I think the term you were looking for is ass hat. Lol. And yes, he was literally an ass hat. Weirdly, in a weird, twisted fuck way. Hey, Ninja Wizard, as you can see, we are having very intelligent conversations right now. It's amazing. I'm glad you're doing good, because I am not. I feel a little tumor growing somewhere on my body because of the high IQ of this conversation. I think I just explained, Ninja. I think I just explained how I feel right now. Chevaliers, please, charge and defeat the enemy. But it seems the enemy has already been kind of defeated. Damn them. They know how to parry. Parry this, you filthy casual! Woo! Actually, the damage. You know, I was kind of expecting it to be blocked. Or missed. Nah, I missed again. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm doing it. Okay, I got 2 kills. Why are queens so OP in chess? You already said that joke. Oh, you'll sell it to Ericnator. Ah, okay. Yeah, you're just before you started saying that. No worries, Ninja Wizard. All's good, man. Good. We took more shit. Are we doing on food? We're slowly eating that food away, which is exactly the way I like it. How are we doing on the... Oh, hello, yes. Yeah, sure, I'll return to Falcon Dark someday. 96% on the book. Nice. Army of enemies spotted near Gosber. Where the fuck's Gosber? Or Gosper? Oh. Nope. Don't care. Marketplace, arms, vendor. Yeah, sell the gold bar too. Sell that shit. Good. Armor vendor. Blip, blip. Blip, blip, blip. 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 Blip, blip. Good. More various loots for the various loot god. There. Speaking of something for the something god, which is a reference to chaos in Warhammer, I can't wait to play chaos again. For some odd reason, I really, really enjoy chaos in Total War Warhammer. They're in such a shitty state right now, but I love playing them. I like their aesthetic, I like the way they move, I like their roster. I don't know, it just feels cool. And I've already finished a campaign with Chaos. But it's something about them. If they're gonna be receiving the facelift that Beastman received, it's gonna be amazing. And I'm looking forward to that shit, brothers. Just gonna wait and see. So we're gonna go a little bit to the south over here. That's gonna try to bait some shit's heads out. Come on, shitheads. I know you want to leave. And you did. Hello, Count Ivanus. It's time I tell you about the ways of love. Okay. Might be safer. Better position the court of your current liege. King must have a strong claim. Come on. Nah, he remains loyal. That's lame. Yeah, he loved the town, but he broke my heart. And now I'm gonna break his knees. Now I gotta break his knees. It's in the contract. If somebody breaks my heart, I gotta break their knees. It's not me, it's the contract. I gotta listen to the contract, man. It's not my choice. LOL, bring the royal baseball. We need knees to break, to be broken. Ooh, horsey went down like a sack of bricky potatoes. There you go. Slaughter them all. I am now an infantryman. This is my life now. Hello, my fellow infantryman. How you doing? I'm a sort of an infantryman myself. There you go, 2 memes in one. A Buscemi and a Defoe meme. Right there. Bonk. Ah, lame. Never them to claim it, but can you just... Wait, can you not just talk to him as your prisoner with 35+ relations and take his oath as fealty? Nope. You cannot do that when helping the claimant. It's not similar to when you utilize convincing lords to join your side in your own faction. I tried that. It doesn't work that way. Sadly. Dodgy the horse dodge. I wish it was, but it's not. Those Battle Brothers look dope, and it kind of reminded me of, dare I say, Northern soldiers from Game of Thrones. Let's see, do I dare? Okay, gonna be grabbing a little bit of coffee. Oh yes, coffee. My only vice. It's the only vice that I have left, man. And if it's not coffee, then it's juice. It's soda. Those are my only guess 2 vices or 1 vice. Count Ivanus, you are still free to go, even though you broke my heart. It hurts, man. It hurts. Okay. I'm gonna camp here until morning, I think. Take an action. No. I don't want to modify my banner. Wait here for some time. There we go. Finish reading The Great Leaders of Pendor, and my leadership skill has been increased by 1, and now I am God. Well, no, I'm not God. I just have 10 leadership, which is cool, which is great, which is pretty fucking awesome. But easy, too. Love the taste of coffee, but you're actively staying away from it. You feel like you're way too dependent on it once you regularly drink it. Have you tried decaf? Or does it taste like piss? I personally have not tried decaf ever. So I literally do not know how it tastes. But yes, I do agree that's the main reason why I drink coffee. It's not for the energy boost or anything dumb like that. It is for the delish. Yeah, Lord Conrad has left a building. It's time for us to put him down. You never tried it. Okay. Cool, cool. Do. Another one bites the dust. Do. Another one bites the dust. Gotta entertain myself somehow, man. I am going through the motion right now. I am killing the same enemy over and over again. Fuck. Yeah, bites the dust too, if you want to make a JoJo reference. Sure. Caffeine never works on you, I don't know why. Doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. Sure, man. I mean, it probably works on you in, 2 hours after you drank the coffee, but that was kind of about it. And now I'm also earned a copy strike because I sang a song in a horrible way. Okay, it's fine. Susan will let you get away with this? Who the fuck's Susan? Who is this Susie Woozy that you speak of? Oh, the horse got crippled? That's fun. I will stab you. And your horse. And your mother. Okay, that escalated quickly. I think I have some pent-up aggression. Or anger. Somewhere up in his butt. Hey! No, horsey! Please. Thank you. Good. The YouTube CEO. Ah, okay. I did not know that YouTube CEO is Susan. Cool. Good to know. I'm sure she'll understand. Actually, it would be hilarious if they demonetized my my video just because of that. But no, it's... I have not received a I haven't been demonetized because I just sang a song without any, sound instruments and stuff like that. I mean, you heard about the one streamer getting a DMCA because they used rain in the background while playing some games. Okay, so it depends on the source of the rain soundtrack, but that's still weird. Susan Wojcicki. I don't know how to pronounce that. Oh, that's fine. I hope her the best. I did it other times for longer than 3 seconds, and I never got fucked. So, meh. I am the deliverer. If you delete your VODs, is no problem. I'm not going to delete my VODs. They're just going to expire after 60 days, and then they're going to disappear on their own. It's okay. I haven't received a copyright strike yet, and I'm trying to be safe about it. Let's not be absurd, guys. And I think it falls in the cover category, which is fair use, so... Yes, correct. Which is why we don't have any of the glorious Pendor music. Thank you. I actually was like, where is it? Where is it? My wife gave me the crayon. So, I have a habit. Oh, right, it's a pencil. Yes. Yes, I know. It's a pencil. My wife tended to correct me. Yes. So I have the habit of doing this. I am shaking it constantly, all the time. This relaxes me. I have this tendency that I always need to do something with my hands. And this provides me with the outlet that I need. So I usually tend to have a pencil in my hand at all times. If I don't have one, I feel restless. I feel jittery. I don't know if it's a disease. I don't know if I need to be put down because of it, but this is what I do. So, and my wife knows it, and I really love her for the fact that she accepts this little quirk of mine, and she actually brought me my pencil, which I forgot somewhere in the house, which was very sweet of her. I love you. There we go. Isn't OBS equipped with a tool that mutes DMCA music into my VODs? I don't know. I'm not really aware of any such feature. To be honest, I haven't really checked it out because it just deactivates music. Relatable, you do this too? As in have something in your hands at all times? Just don't do that in public, okay? I mean, come on. Come on, we can't be human if we don't make pervy jokes. We can't. It's not in our nature. We must be the animals called human. Yes, Panis joke. Penias jokes. We gotta heal the pony, man. We're not human if we don't heal the pony. Speaking of, holy shit, that actually reminded me that I gotta heal my pony. Son of a bitch. Not notre. What the fuck? I think you wanted to say naughty naughty. Although not notre sounds badass. Why are you being not notre? You just had a stroke? Okay, calm down. Hope you're okay, man. Count Raban, the Rob. Let's go fuck him up. Just literally holding them hostage in Ravenstern. And fucking them up. Haven't we literally fought you not long ago? No, I want another map. That's better. There. That means you're doing too many typos and you're constantly having a stroke. Having a stroke, as I understand, is having a heart attack. Lol. I hope you are not having a heart attack. Or is it different? Is it a stroke, kind of a way that causes you paralysis, or something like that? Because I might be wrong. I might be misunderstanding and confusing the two terms. They might not be synonymous. Stroke's different. Could you please elaborate? Binky XD. Can get a stroke in your brain. Okay. So what is a stroke? Is it... Oh, is it a blood blockage? Is it a vessel that gets blocked? Is that a stroke? You heard the expression before and you're liking it. He blocked me. He blocked me so. That's just sad. Get a blood vessel blocked? Oh, sorry, actually, I think the better term is clogged. not blocked, because it is a, you know, a kind of a pipe. So I think the correct term is a blood vessel gets clogged by various reasons. Yeah, basically is when there's a blood clot, I think, that it starves the part of the body. I see. Yeah, it can actually lead to necrosis in certain parts of the body, and that, sadly, that part needs to be chopped off. It'd be fucked up. It'd be fucked up. A stroke is a serious life-threatening medical condition that happens when the blood supply to part of the brain is cut off. Oh, so it's literally for the brain. I see. Clot is specific thing in this context. Yeah, I think so. I think it is specific. Clot. But I was thinking of the adjective clogged, which simply means a duct is blocked. If they can block your spirit trust, why do you even exist? To try to penetrate it further, brother. Okay. Yeah, the stroke is for the brain. Heart attack is basically a stroke for the heart. Thank you. That does make sense. Thank you for setting me up straight, man. I appreciate it. Cool, cool. I think we get to charge in now. Come on, horsey, you can do it. My god, this is a slow fucking horse. But he do be tanky. Ah, Lane. You have enough of winning for today? That's good for you, dude. I'm just killing for the sake of killing time. Hello, Paradise City. How you doing, my boy? How have you been? What you playing nowadays? If you want to be hilarious, just open editor or your notepad and add the and crush through block to bunch of lances and spears. Oh, that sounds horrible. Oh, Eric Nader, you dirty boy. That's crazy. Well, not crazy. It's... You can do it, but still. I'm doing fine, man. I'm doing fine. Actually enjoying myself with you guys, having some stupid conversations, but they're harmless. Wish is nice. Yeah, give me those noblemen boys. Give me that mercenary warrior. Give me that Pendor heavy archer. He ain't gonna do shit, but it's fine. You had a month-long feast, declared war on the Empire. You started a campaign, but got halted by 2 Jatu armies. Yep, sounds about right. Well, you have 2 choices. I either ignore or flank or circumvent the Jatu armies, or fuck them up. I recommend the first option of just ignoring and going... and leaving the Jatu armies be, because you're going to be needing a lot of resources to go through their asses. Hey, Max. How you doing, dude? I think your character is Harlos's granddad. Month-long feasts. Living that dream, huh? Living that dream. Bacchus and Empire are... Ooh, this is going to be an interesting fight. Yes! Hello, Lord Firemoon. It is time for your daily beating. Yes. Is Ravenstern still a pain in the ass? Yes, sadly it is still a pain in the ass.
They say that a stranger might prove you.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Let's hear what you've got to say.
The Butter Lord of Pendor. You're doing okay? Nice to hear, man. Nice to hear. Looking forward to continuing our campaign, Max. As soon as I have the time. The voice acting in this mod is very bad. Yes. Yes, Binky. We all agree. Okay, Binky XD. Oh, that's your name. So you are Binky. Got it. I'm just gonna call you Binky. I was trying to figure out your username. What can you do for me? Where's that from? Oof. Oof. Oh, that actually hurt. Someone stole the XD. Uh-huh. Okay. I'm the Pendor bartender. Doesn't have a nice ring to it, but cool. Oh boy! Please, no! I am allergic to long, throbbing spears. Do with that statement whatever you want. Where's the killing happening? There it is. Stabby the face. No, that's too far away. Had lots of options better than spears. I'm fine. I still have the battle hammer here and there, so... But I use it when I remember about it. Speaking of remembering about it. Let me shatter your kidney stones with one fell swoop. Let me swoop ya. Get swooped upon. There you go. Kidney stones shattered. Bonk. Okay. He received a horse to the face. Yeah, no problem. You need to write homework for history studies. Okay, I'm sure we have a few history buffs that's just gonna drop the knowledge bomb on you. How's the late game of this spot? It's not existent in Warband, but you hate Pendor early game? Well, late game you kind of steamroll with your custom Knighthood Order. So, it's mercifully short, which is nice. You just gotta go through all of the sieges. Late game is annoying. Depends. Oh, you are early game. Actually, early game and mid game is my favorite parts of Prophecy of Pendor. Because they're the most challenging. They're the moments when you gotta just stay on your toes and try to scrounge up shit and just become God. When you do become God, and when I say God, I'm not referring it into the literal sense. When you do become powerful, things do get boring. So even though early game is annoying and tedious, it is my favorite part. I was already cringe in 2005 and people still use it today. Oh, the part of becoming God? That will always be a thing with humanity, Ericnator. We always strive for perfection. You love the mid-game in native when you're fighting to survive, then the end game is just 100 sieges? Yeah, that's sad. Or what? Did I miss something? You like best in the mercenary part in... Oh, you like the mercenary part when you're joining a faction for cash. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Feels satisfying. Usually you would join the underdog and try to maintain a balance within the 5 nations. Until you decide to join the Fire Nation and then attack everybody. Yeah. Oh, you think Arignator meant people still use XD? Yeah. It's an emoticon. Who gives a fuck if people use it or not? You know what they mean by it, so why the fuck? I don't consider it cringe. It's a means of expressing thyself. So, I don't care. That's fine. Grab those boys. Feared Spade Militia. You know what? Sure. Also, we can have almost 400 soldiers in our army. We've been busy. Old Messenger High Five and stuff. I do agree that High Five is the source of all that is cringe in this world. But I haven't visited it since... Does High Five even work anymore? There's not much that expresses a laugh. I don't know. You normally set a goal when you get 3 towns, it's your win condition? Yeah, that works. That's fair. I understand why you would do that. That's what usually that's what I do as well. If I've conquered a comfortable, stable position, and you could consider it a major power in the continent or region or world, then I feel like my work is done. Super early game is extra annoying, to be honest, before you can do anything at all, and you're stuck farming arena fights. Once you hit like level 10 and got a few thousand, it's where you can actually do something interesting. I don't know, I enjoy that part. I have no idea why, I can't really explain it. Just the fact that you improve from just being a nobody to becoming something and then somebody. I like that. I like that about video games. I like the transition from a piece of shit to the shit.
Everyone, rally on me.
But the transition needs to be earned, you know? It's not like, you know, you're going through the town, you are a nobody, and then out of a sudden it turns out that you are the chosen one and you have a hidden power. No. Not like that. You're a nobody that trains and puts a lot of effort into becoming powerful. We came to be here with this army because we grind, we worked, we took drugs, and we worked for that shit. I know that I said worked 2 times, but we did. That's the good stuff. That's what I like. Hey, Eastling. Welcome back to Needed. Yeah, I like that too, which is the first few hours it's annoying. Nah. We'll go through it. Feel like Eastling requires some context. I don't know why. But maybe he doesn't. Fucketh the Muppet. Oh my god, they're in my butt. Okay, I gotta stop the charge. Gotta know when to hold them and when to fold them. Oh shit. Backing up. Gotcha. In greater sense, there's barely any difference between you at level 1 and you at level 10, as far as your impact on the world is concerned. Yes, which is amazing! I think the only mod you love to play as far as conquer the whole map was Nova Ethos. That one has more offer... that... Yeah, it's, I think it has more to offer in the endgame because of the technology system, and you unlock better units and guns as you go through the game. And it's a cool one. You're right. I agree with you, Drunken Moose. Hey, Spectre. Welcome back. The difference is that you're actually able to do something. Yes, exactly. You are actually able to hold your own. Tomorrow is the release of Humankind. You have too much games to play and too less time to play them without letting university down. Focus on your university, Max. Just focus on university, you're not going to regret it, and then once you are done with your university work, your reward will be playing video games. Keep that carrot on the stick, man. That's what I would recommend. So what's going on? Do we still have a few? Yes, we do. Everybody charge. Also, as I understand, Humankind is a Civ game... No, is it a combination between Endless Legend and Civilization? University is temporary, gaming is eternal? Yes, correct. And that's why you should focus on university. Because it is temporary and you should, you know, make the best out of it. Gaming is eternal, so you have all of the time in the world to game. After university. Thank you, lol, for proving my point. Even though that is not what you meant. Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yep, it's a good description of this game. Okay. It is actually what you meant? Nah. Not all universities are equal? That is true, Aragnator. That is true. Also, later builds will be more stable and you'll be able to enjoy them. Oh, with Humankind? Are you talking about that one, Nick, partially? I do recommend that you don't buy Humankind or release and just wait for it to receive a few patches. That is true. All video games are prone to crashing and dying and burning on release. It's a closing door. Don't forget to seize the opportunity while it's available. Yes. In some cases, it's better if you stay home gaming instead of going to specific universities. That is correct, Arachnator. For example, I don't recommend that you go to the University of Letters, or to philosophy, or history. I sadly don't recommend those unless you are planning on becoming a teacher yourself. Simply because there's no need. There's not a demand for those fields. What I do recommend is go for the practical universities, engineering, IT. That's sadly the future and what's currently in demand. So I would go with those. And bite it temporarily to be able to enjoy the eternal gaming. I guess. We're gonna get some tea so you can chill and be sad boy while you watch. Why you sad boy, Spectre, my boy? But they didn't use it, in your opinion. You missed the times where you bought a game and even though it might have been a bit messy, had a proper game. I mean, Humankind might be a proper game on release, but because I think it was in early access for a while, I think it should be fine. Yes, what Eric Nader said, that phrasing is not really used in that context. Your historian heart got pierced by your words. I know, Max, but search your feelings. You know it to be true. Unless you go for archaeology, teaching history, or, you know, working in an institution like a library or stuff like that, then I'm sorry, but the history proficiency is not really sought out for. I hate that I have to say that, but that's what I've seen over here in Romania, at least. There's something that you were working on that made you sad, and also things are pretty bad for you right now. If you want to share, Spectre, we're here for you. If not, I really hope you're going to get better. And things will improve. How's the work on your book going? Lord Hengi Pengi. Again, you are my prisoner. When you're going to learn? How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? There. Okay, how are we doing on foodie? Ooh, we're actually going through the second baggage train. That's cool. Let's go to Rain and sell some prisoners and sell some shit. We just gotta keep on moving. We gotta keep on letting the time pass. I mean, it is true that we can't really do a lot of good. We're just strangers on the internet. You can't really help too much unless you want, you know, an opinion or a different perspective of a situation. Or just, you know, an outlet to share. But besides that, if that's okay, we're here. What do you mean your college degree in Mongolian basket weaving isn't a good investment of your time? Arachnator, if there's a demand for Mongolian basket weaving, congratulations. If there is no demand for it, eh. Also, it can be the other way around. For example, over here in Romania, there's an oversaturation of law students. A lot of students that go to law, or to psychology, or to the faculty of psychology, and sadly, there's not enough demand for those. Even though it is a important and needed profession, there's not enough demand for it in Romania. So it would be very difficult for students of these faculties, of these universities, of law and letters, sorry, not law and letters, law and psychology, of getting their own practice. Or, you know, getting a job as a prosecutor or a lawyer or a judge and so on and so forth. So it's difficult. Hey, Vilps. Welcome. In your opinion, it's important to research the history of humankind. It's not only knowledge. History is a pillar of modern society and the sense of heritage of the humans and nations. I know, Max. I know. I agree with you. But you also need to think of yourself and how you'll make a living off of it. And I think IT stuff is what's on demand these days. It is. IT stuff, engineering, infrastructure, construction, desk work. These are sadly what's in demand currently in our society. But are too overqualified to even work as burger flippers? Right. You can always go self-learning. Yes, you can always go self-learning, lol. But to be successful in a field that you've self-learned, you sadly need a degree in it. You need some form of paper that's officially recognized that says, hey, I'm good at this shit that I've self-learned into. Sadly. You're an archaeologist yourself. You don't recommend it unless you don't plan a family and you can deal with an unstable life wallet. After a few years of work, you shifted your career. You cry every day after the field work, but you don't regret it. You worked in the museum in Romania and Hungary. And in Denmark? Right? Guess that's the D, what the D stands for? I'm not sure. That's very cool, Nick. I mean, you'll become a teacher, so no worries. Teachers are very well paid in Germany. Awesome. Go for it, Max. Yes, if you plan on becoming a history teacher, then you are in the right direction, especially if they're very well paid in Germany. Sadly, over here in Romania, they're not really that well paid. Unless you're a university teacher. University teachers are decently paid here. But that's kind of it. Oh, so the last one was Belgium. Cool. A cool history teacher? No, he's going to be one of those mean history teachers. Where if you get a year wrong, he is going to fail the class. The entire class. If one person fails 1 year on his exam, he will fail everybody. That's going to be the type of teacher that he's going to be. Teacher for history and music? That sounds amazing, Max. And I wish you good luck in it. And I hope you're going to be a cool history and music teacher. Despite what I've said. Oh, shit, too much. Abandon ship. Okay. Armor. Goldie the bar. Got various loots of the ass. That's where I like to keep them. Okay, don't judge. Grabbing some supplementary food. How much a teacher earns in Romania? Sometimes minimum wage. You're a mechanic, but it's a job that lasts to you around 35 years old. Then your body gives up, so kind of smart to have several job experience or education. Yeah, well, the thing is, once you reach that age, you get an apprentice, and you pass on your knowledge to them, and you can still go through and prolong that job, right, Drunken Moose? Sadly, culture doesn't pay, especially in our corner of the world. It sadly doesn't. It's okay, lol. He might be a mechanical maniac. I don't know. How much is it in a month? I sadly don't know. I know that it's not enough, Max. The cooler history teachers are the ones that are that drive you out of the classroom and force to participate in some reenactment or live in a forest for a week. That's pretty badass, but I don't think the curriculum allows them to do that. Unless it's an extracurricular project. It is sad. Yes and no, most mechanics get a desk job, but dealing with customers and stuff. You can always try to open your own chop shop. Right? Yeah, but I don't think that would be allowed. A lot of, the extracurricular thingamajig, I don't think it would be allowed by educational institutes or ministries because it would be too dangerous and too costly in certain ways. But sadly, if the teacher takes it upon himself to do this project, it could work. It could be very fun. But he would have to hook his students in, to get the interest going. Because if you're going to be bringing kids who are just don't give a shit about the trip or the lesson, you're just wasting everybody's time. You gotta make it boring? No. The opposite. In Germany, the beginning salary of a teacher is between 3,000 to 3,500 euro. It's amazing, Max. It's amazing. It would have to be on a voluntary basis. Hey, Nerdfish. Just talking. talking and trying to kick ass. How you doing, my boy? I like another map, please. Oh, yes. Yeah, that'll work. There. Real trick to being a mechanic is working without actually fucking up your health too much so you can last till the retirement age. I guess so. Surprisingly not a stupid conversation now. I mean, I try. I try. Real hard. Lol, I try. Welcome back, Spectre, my man. You're doing good. Been a while since you tuned into the stream. Well, welcome, my man. We're still fighting the Ravenstern. To my plight. To my dread. To my sadness. I gotta do what I gotta do. Just waiting for the Knighthood Order to become gods. Actually, I should test them out and bring them on the field and see how well they shoot. Might be time. I'm gonna wait until Little Durin is back, and then we'll see what we're gonna do. No, I don't recommend helping a claimant. It's just... it's easier to make your own faction. And it's been a while since you played Mountain Blade as well. You kinda miss Pendor? Come on down and have yourself a playthrough, man. Try something new. Test something out. Become the god of this world again. What in-game day am I on right now? I don't know, 750, 760, around 800. Helping a claimant is much less anal if you're a part of a kingdom before you take up the quest. That is true, yes. So if I'm part of Ravenstern and I already have a few fiefs under my belt, if I then help the claimant out and declare rebellion, it is easier. Just check the teacher with 25 years of experience earns at least 1k euro, while under 5 years gets around 800 euro in Romania. Well, there you go. Won't spend so much time fucking around before you actually start doing something. True, true. When did you start making your own Knighthood Order? As soon as I've nailed myself a castle that I knew that I would keep. Nerdfish. Sorry, Nerdfish. Night Shifty. A claimant playthrough seems cool though, never done it before. Do what Eric Nader said. Join an existing faction, grab a few fiefs from them, and then help the claimant of that faction out. Yeah, it's horrible. It's bad. Started rewatching Rev's Guide, just for the fun, even though you watch Pendora's like 3 times and have notes of it. Quite enjoying yourself? Thanks, lol. I hope I'm not too much of an ass in those guides. Or I don't seem too much of an ass. You know, people living from 300 euro a month still? Oh, yes. Yes, sadly. I should be thankful Threatened Fire is off? Yes. Yeah, ass, mean. Stuff like that. Think they got double in the last few years, you're not joking? Yes. Things have been improving. Hey, each time I watch my past self, I feel a little bit of a cringe arising from the dude. So that simply means that I'm improving, I guess. Or growing. Or, you know, de-evolving, I don't know. Something around that ballpark. Oh, Lord of Davakar, you got fucked. I ain't helping you, bruh. It is normal, true. There was a moment when you were talking shit about Patrick. Yes. Because Patrick deserved it. He got wolf-bowed. Boded. Yes. Just rewatch Rev's videos of Warsword Conquest. That was so much fun. What was so fun about it? Natural human reaction unless you're fucking narcissist. True. I mean, a little bit of narcissism doesn't hurt, but it needs to be a little bit, a small dose, a non-toxic dose for those around you. It's just that you weren't as well prepared as recent stuff, which means you've become better. I think my Warband guide was the first one. I think that was literally the first guide that I've ever made. So yeah, I did get better as the guides went on. Sure, that's fine. Trained militia, light infantryman. Keep on walking. Just a good time and a lot of funny, senseless discussions with the chat. Those are the best streams. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Usually the ones where we're having random conversations are the most fun. Yeah, I think my favorite out of all of the streams that we made, I think my favorite one was the joke contest. That was very enjoyable. Toss 500 and let him solve the issue for now. I'm not saying we should do another joke contest right now. I'm not in the mood, and there's not enough time, but that was very fun. Usually I really enjoy random conversations with you guys, especially when we keep it civil. I think Spectre was AFK when we were asking about him, by the way. That's fine. Lol, if Spectre wants to share with the class what's making him sad, he'll do so. There's no point in forcing him. No, there's no point in forcing anybody. You mean the one with the worst jokes? No, the one where you were trying to make me laugh. Hello, Brian. You're in Warband in PlayStation 4. I didn't even know that Warband was on PlayStation 4. I really hope you're enjoying the fuck out of it. Also, if you need help with anything, we're here. Different map, please. Different map, please. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, this is sex. This is pure sex right here. It's on Twitch too, right? I think it's only on YouTube now. Oh, it's on Switch. Oh, you were referring to Warband. I thought you were referring to the joke contest episode. But for those who want to check out the joke contest episode, it's only on YouTube. There's no bot anymore. I don't think Warband's on Switch. You got a clan with 50 men. Are you talking about Bannerlord, man? Because when you're saying clan with 50 men, that takes me to with the thought to Bannerlord. And I didn't know that Bannerlord was already released on consoles. I know that they were planning on doing it, but really? Pardon. Gotcha, Duke Alexis, you piece of shit. If I were to choose one lord that needs to be executed, it would be Duke Alexis. Or the Lord of Avendor or Caliph Bachman. The joke contest was more than a year ago? Holy shit. I guess it was. Think he means multiplayer clan? Oh, maybe. He might be referring to a multiplayer clan. You were referring to a multiplayer clan. Okay, Brian, I really hope you're having a lot of fun with your clan, man. Just having awesome, cool, organized fights. Yeah, you guys been here for a while. I'm actually very grateful that you haven't gotten tired of me yet. It is true that people come and go, and it really saddens me. I miss Des, for example. Hope he would stop by now and then. I miss Chris. Hope he would stop by at the stream now and again as well. Although Chris is moderating my Discord channel, which I really, really appreciate. I don't stream enough to get tired of me. Need to stream more. I see. Pay me more money, and that would warrant me streaming more. Brian, thank you for becoming a follower, my dude. Welcome to Hitpoint In. I would definitely stream more, but how things are going on now with me having a full-time job, no, I can't. I would love to do this full-time, just, you know, quit my existing full-time job and just do streaming only, and go back to the 7-hour-a-day streams. Oh god, those were so much fun. But wait, stream while on the job? No, that is irresponsible and stupid. I will not do that. In all seriousness, no. Even though I know that was a joke. One day we will get the class. One day we will get the class looking grub back. The class looking. Oh, when I was in a suit. I guess. The reason why I'm not doing it is it's simply because it's too hot. Too hot and no point. Someday. Someday, man. Hey, King Gregory. Do you want to give me... I will think upon your offer. Ah, you're gonna rot in jail. Ah, I wanted to check if he would like to give me his sexy sword. Ismarola Militia Patrol. Enemies have laid waste to Saffron Gate. Okay, I should go and check that. Think I need to put Count Bogdan down. Just gotta find a secondary source of income that will let you fund streaming full-time. I'm listening.
Oh, yeah.
I'm listening.
Here, stream more.
Thanks for the $5, Max. Those $5 are going to be going towards the GPU upgrade. Drugs, nah. Never. Here, the lottery is a reliable source of income. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, definitely. Such reliable. Merc sergeants. I don't need more sergeants. I'm fine at the mercs. Bag of shrine is going a little bit down. You call them potions of Hakon around these parts? No. An OnlyFans? No. No, that's... There's no point to that. No. What does that Brotherhood broker give you if you give him a gold bar? Big contingency of mercs, Night Shifty. A lot of merc soldiers. I think 30 of each. Around 90 soldiers, if I remember correctly. Well, he gives you the opportunity of hiring 90 soldiers. You still need to pay around 10k afterwards. Just shave your legs and then sell feet pics pretending you're a woman? No, that's horrible. Fuck. So it's still mercs but higher numbers? No, no. It's not a special recruit, it's just high tier mercs. 90 to be specific. Well, it's demeaning for me, and I'm not going to be doing it. Erinator. I don't want to shave. I don't want to sell my feet. Don't want to sell my body in that way. If it's not, if no one knows it's you, that's still fine. I don't want to do it. I know it's me. Sadly, this is what will get you the most money? Yes, sadly. No, thank you. I'm exposing myself enough. This is enough for you. This is your reward. Stream and YouTube on mobile gaming is a bit more reliable. Also, NFTs games. I don't know, what's an NFT? game. And I am streaming on Twitch and, you know, on YouTube as well, with videos, not stream. What the fuck's NFTs? What's that? What type of game is that? I'm probably gonna hate it. Hit me. Non-fungible token? The fuck? I don't know what that is. You hear ASMR streams are fun? I'm not into it. The closest thing to ASMR that I can do is this. Play to earn crypto stuff? Nah, I don't want to get into that mess. There's one way we can have a little more than just the face. Nah. Nah. That's it. That's the best I can do. Give you the chest hair. Right. Borderline scam in most cases. It's fine. I don't care about it. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. And you were about to say, I think Riv's getting uncomfortable. I'm not. I'm not getting uncomfortable. I'll let you guys know when I'm getting uncomfortable. But I heard the, oh, make a OnlyFans thing so many times. It doesn't even faze me. Or sell pics or do other stupid shit. Nah. The chat is going weird. It's always weird. Hey, does Tyrion there has some pipes to sell? Not following. How would he be getting uncomfortable? That chair looks comfy as fuck. Actually, it's not that comfortable. It's a little bit hot. For example, there's this game that you don't want to name where you buy tiles on Google Map images for real money. And the point is, what's the point? What do you do with those tiles? Do they make you coffee? Then you can sell them to people even dumber than you. Okay. The reason, so you stated about Pokemon Go. The reason I never liked Pokemon Go is the combat system. If they went with the turn-based combat system from the video games, from the, you know, the standard video games, I think I would have played the fuck out of Pokemon Go. But because the Pokemon Go combat system is, let me demonstrate the combat system of Pokemon Go. Ah, yeah, feels good. That's it. Because of that, I don't play it. I hate that. Fuck that. Capitalism in a nutshell? You feel like you're forgetting an event today? I don't know. I mean, there's so many dumb people in the world. Just look at all the games selling people weapon skins. You only installed it and reinstalled it? Okay. Hey, Spectre. I was just demonstrating the combat system in Pokemon Go. Where's the club button? Sure. Yeah, sure. Yeah, clip it out of context. It's fine. Make a meme out of it. I don't care. Manage the castle, put in King of the... Yeah, put in all of the boys. It's okay. I've been clipped out of context before. Nothing new. Yeah, it did look like you were finger fucking your phone, so you were concerned. It's fine. That was the idea. That's the combat system in Pokemon Go. You finger fuck your phone. Which is sad. Okay, hello Bazuk. I haven't been here in such a long time. How you doing? What's shaking? What's good? Type in exclamation point goal, and you'll see. No.
Yes, good sir.
Refugee problem, build houses. There. Ha, until the phone level's up to a new model. That would be Apple doing it to you. Actually, I have a Samsung. Samsung S4 that's still working. Hey, and as long as it's still working, I'll just keep on using it until I'm forced to upgrade. You take care, Spectre. Okay? You stay safe and take care of yourself, dude. Thanks, Max. You're a peach. Love you. What's 8.4K in RON? I think you might want to convert that to dollars. But sadly, the price for that piece of equipment is fluctuating, so I might change the end product. Okay, Spectre. I really feel like getting into some MMORPG, but last time you actually played one was before microtransactions took hold. Have you tried playing Albion, Eric Nader? Albion Online. So it's currently $2,000. Yeah, if we reach that goal, I'm gonna be buying something in that price range, or adding the extra money myself. Yes. Yes, that's correct. 1 RON, which is the Romanian currency, is $0.25. Okay. Renegade Mountain Boys. No, you didn't know what is the monetization model there? Supply and demand, Navigator. It's about... everything requires resources, and there's different tiers of resources depending on the region. To go into a new region, you have to grind and you have to work your way through. And I think the best way of playing Albion is joining a guild, a merchant's guild, or something of the sorts, and just making friends and working together towards gathering up resources and fucking shit up. I mean, monetization model for the game itself. I don't think it has one. I don't know what's the standard currency used in that game. Haven't really played enough of it to figure it out. It's a free-to-play game, and I think if there are microtransactions, it's just for cosmetics, I think. Or, no, I think there is a premium mode. No, free-to-play, and there is a premium mode that gives you a few extra resources, but the game is playable in its free-to-play model just fine. I think that's the best way to describe it. Oh, there we go. Jeremy have a saying 2 is better? Okay. Caladan Cravald. I'm going in circles. I haven't really been paying attention to the game. We're returning from Falcon Darkening, and we're going westwards to further harass the enemies. There we go. How much pay to win is it? Not that much, I think. Might want to check it out. The game might have changed since the last time I played it. But I think most people are just paying with in-game currency to receive premium if they want to go for it, and premium is not really that important. It's a fun game. It's a combination of Dota with an economy simulator, so it's pretty cool in that regards. This audience is over. Oh no. Audience is over. Siggy has leveled up. I don't want to fight him there at nighttime. How to avoid pay to win? Join a game where you pay to lose. Funny. Hilarious. My sides. Oh no, my sides. They're going out of control with laughter. Okay, Siggy. What do you got? Unfortunately, you have to go for now. See you, Max. Thanks for dropping by, man. Peace. Peace, peace. Intellect. There's no point in going into power draw. And train ourselves further away, 2 levels further away. Reset, go for agility. Yeah, we might want to increase these further up. It's always pay to win, but never how are you, Rev? Yay. But looking into other MMOs and you feel like it's way too often monetized to an extent that sacrifices the integrity of the game. I agree. I guess you could play Elder Scrolls Online or Albion. I don't recommend World of Warcraft. I don't recommend... Currently, I don't recommend World of Warcraft. I don't know. Maybe Final Fantasy 14? Although I think you have to buy the base game to play it or something. I'm not so sure how that one works. But to try to see what price difference would be ordering out of the country for your graphics card. Would the shipping be possible there even? Apparently it's incredibly cheap if I buy it from Poland. But I don't trust the delivery services from out of country. Where are you from, Night Shifty? If you don't mind sharing. Don't need for looting. I'll just save the point, I guess, until he gets 1 more point into agility. You're living in the US right now. I see. You have to trust someone to be betrayed? You never did? Fair enough. That's a cool statement. Also a very paranoid way of living, I guess. Pardon. Alright, that's gonna be it for today, guys. We are currently on day 778. Oh god, I don't want to delete that. Fuck no. That would be horrible. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today, guys. If you like what I do, please hit that follow button. If you want to further support me, also subscribe. If you're on YouTube, I have multiple guides and playthroughs that you can check out. Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment over there. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm and makes my channel a little bit extra recommended to newcomers. That's it, and I wish you boys and girls a wonderful day, and I'll see you tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern European Standard Time. It took me a second to think about it. That's it, and have a good one.